Alright, y'all. I just want to do this video kind of just straight to the point. So I've been looking through my entire list of stuff from CHP, and I notice it comes in a format of Photos 1 and Photos 2, which are some scans of like the water that involve like Placer County, Nevada County, CHP, FBI starting their investigation around Prosser Family Campground. And then when you get to Redacted 3, this includes the removal of the OBD stuff and then pictures of the car. And then Redacted 4 is whenever FBI took over. Anyway, so I'm looking through these photos, and first I'm going to show you some of the things I see here. So we're going to zoom in real quick. We're going to come over here, and then I noticed that it says rear passenger here, and I'm going to assume this says front passenger. And if you look here, you see this like purple harness strappy thing. I don't know, let's zoom in some more. So you got this like purple harnessy, I don't think it's a dog harness. I think it's more like a harness when you go climbing, maybe? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. But this is, sorry, that was my alarm. But this is a zoom in picture of the evidence that was removed from her car. So we have this purple strap thing. We have her key fob that clearly has some type of long necklacey strap. So I'm going to assume she puts her keys around her neck based upon this necklace thingy here. And then you do have a charm off of here, but I'm still concerned about that zoomy straw that they were asking about. But also in this front, I don't know if this says front driver or front passenger. I'm going to ask them to clarify what's on this cardboard. I'm going to also ask for some more pictures, because there should be more pictures of just the evidence. So you have a book that is warped to hell and back. I would love to know what this book is, because I would love to get it just to read it. Then you have like this little baggie. I'm not sure what's inside of that. It's like a brown thing with a black top. I don't know if it's a vape pen, if it's, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's in there. And then you have her owner's manual with her booklets for like her car. And then there's a lid to, I don't know if it's some type of WD-40 something. There's a yellow lid to something here. Then here, back behind here, you have a piece of a dream catcher. I'm not entirely sure what this busted ass box looking thing is, but it looks like there's a picture or something on the top of it. I'm not entirely sure. And then here you have an unopened can of, I don't know if that's mango or what the hell that is, Truly, which they could have fingerprinted, okay? Then I don't know if this is a crumpled card or if this is, I'm not entirely sure. But you have a bunch of Cards Against Humanity. Another one here, I'm not sure what this is. A pencil. And then here you are. Here's a necklace. There's a necklace right there. So I'm curious as to what necklace that is that they found. And then you have a satchel. I don't know if this satchel is like for good smelling stuff. I'm going to assume that it's like a potpourri bag for inside of her car, because she was a very earthy person. But that's not what my eyes focused on. So I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to come over here, and then there's two things I want to show you. So this is from the file folder Photos 3 Redacted. And if you look at the back of the car, you will see where the license plate has been removed. The sticker, you know, the cow with horns, the Ram, Aries, QU, Kiely, whatever the hell the name that sporting thing is, it's removed from the car. However, here's where I got questions. On Redacted 3, see this? Here, let me draw some marks for you. Right here. What's this look like to you? You see it? Here, let me erase that. Let me undo that. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Oh, let me take my pencil off. Sorry, y'all. Let me zoom in a little bit more. You see what I see? Let me get my pen. This right here, which looks like something folded inside of itself right here. Okay, you ready? This is redacted 3. When you go to the redacted 4 folder, which is photos from a totally different place, what's missing, y'all? What's missing? You see it? It's in this picture. Let me take everything off. Okay? Just so people see that I'm not pulling no stunts. I'm gonna make different videos on this to where we scan through it. But if you look, you'll see that strap hanging out of the back of her car. And if you invert the car and flip it upside down, the strap is exactly where AWP shows. Okay? Then we're gonna go back over here to this photo where there is no longer a strap here. And a way that you can tell that this is the same vehicle is 1, take note of this scratch right here. Then also take note of these double streaks right here, okay? And then also the handprint right here. So when you come to this picture, here's your double streaks, here's your scuffs on the car, and here's those prints. Who removed and documented this strap? And where was it going? Okay, so this is where this lies, because I'm so tired of people just withholding information. So I started looking around at the environment of this photo. Same with this photo. These photos are taken at 2 totally different places. Okay? 2 totally different places. This one, I figured out, is from the FBI in Roseville. This one is from the FBI in Sacramento. Let me show you how I can prove this. So, I'm going to take this, I'm going to move this over here now because this picture is what's important to us. So, I started out at the California Highway Patrol. I started in Sacramento. So this is the Sacramento headquarters, and if you take your little man, we're going to zoom in. Okay, here's California Highway Patrol. I'm going to take my person, I'm going to drop it right here at the edge of this building. And the reason why I'm doing that, okay, is this is the CHP in Sacramento. Okay? I think this is Sacramento. Yeah, Sacramento. Okay? If you look at this building, it doesn't match any building in this picture. Okay? I walked around this entire map, couldn't find it. So, I went to California Highway Patrol in Truckee. Okay? Let's go there. And then what I noticed here is let's zoom in. If you're looking at the maps from here or on this side, it shows the old maps where they're just now building the California Highway Patrol building. So what I did was I took my little man and I dragged it to the Truckee Way. When you go to the Truckee Way, you can actually look at how this building is built. So if you look, dual color brick wall, okay? The building here is just all, like, no matter where you walk to around it. Here, we'll walk down the road a tiny bit, just so you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, and you zoom in on it. This building starts off white, and then it turns this maroonish color, sand color, whatever you want to call it. And then the outside bricking is white and mauve, or whatever you want to call this color. And then it has black spikes on it. If you look at this picture, you'll see that it is like a beige color fencing, and this building here is gray at the bottom and white at top. So I was like, okay, let's see what other highway patrol places around there. And when you go to the Roseville one, when you go to FBI Roseville, it takes you to the FBI Sacramento. So, y'all ready for this? I was like, okay, I'm going to look at the front of the building, which the front of this building still doesn't match this image here. However, if you exit out of it and you take your little man and you drop it right here in this corner between this task technology and the FBI Sacramento, and drop your little person there and swing him around, I'm going to show you something. You see this fencing here? See this building right here? Look, it's a match. This is the corner. Okay, so here, I'm just going to show you. See this downspout right here? See how it's gray here? And then there's a window, and then it's gray, and then there's a window. You ready? See how there's a downspout here? And it's gray here, and then there's a window, and then it's gray here, and then there's a window, and then it's nothing but gray. Yeah, this is that building right here. And this is the CHP where they do all the... Let's see if we can move over a tiny bit. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to assume her car was parked right about here. And this picture's taken so that you're seeing the side of that building. Let me see if I could move out a little bit. Let me see if I can move off the sidewalk. Yep, I would say that's this right here. I think that this building here with this downspout, this window, a gap, and a window, and I'll even circle this light here, okay? And then you have this wall, okay? And then pay attention to the beams here. Oops, that's a little crooked. See the beam there? Okay. Now, we're going to come back over here, but I got to take my thingy off. Her car is parked at what I'm going to assume is this bay here. Her car is parked like right here. We'll just pretend that's a car, okay? Because here's this beam here. There's one beam here. One beam here. Okay. Here's the corner of the building. Here's that downspout. Here's a window here. A window here. And the same light fixture. Okay, ready? So, these pictures, let me close all this off. So, these pictures here, with this forensics right here, including the Truly Can, reside in the hands of the FBI in Sacramento. This says Roseville. This is what's crazy. Is this says Roseville, see? So, I'm going to exit out of here, and I'm going to see what town this is, because this says Topgolf Roseville. This says FBI Sacramento, but this could be in Roseville, California. So, let's see. Oh, look at that. Rockland, Roseville, FBI. It's by Loomis. It's right off of 80. FBI Sacramento in Roseville. So both are true. Thank you for being here. I love you all so much. God bless.
What is going through your mind right now?
It's surreal. It's horrific. You'd never think that anything like this would happen to you. This only happens on TV.
We have all the concerns that anybody could imagine we'd have. I don't even want to detail all of them, but if you think about the worst case scenario, that's what we're imagining. I know this isn't a runaway thing. I've known Kiely for many years, but you know, maybe somebody has taken her and feels like they're in over their head, and maybe they will just let her go. You know, take her someplace and just let her go. You hear about these things and you read about them, and you know that the family's in agony, but when you see it, it's just unbelievable. It's probably the most horrendous thing that could ever happen to a human being.
At this point, what I'm thinking, you know, if we all feel this way, and if they feel this way, there may be other people who feel this way too, and so maybe we can use this opportunity to, rather than keep on asking these guys, you know, we can go to our state legislatures, we can do things that might be actually more helpful and more effective in changing that, even if it doesn't change it today, even if it doesn't change it tomorrow or for Kiely at all, maybe it could change it, you know, for someone else.
I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game. I wanna